Grand Rising, their family. Shalom to every melanated man, woman, and child alive. I am just a man with a conviction. What is my conviction? My firmly held belief and or firmly held opinion is that God will have his world, God will have his people moving God's speed forever. Soul speed, one belief, and one foundation, the foundation of love, balanced love, just love, the one universal law of love, the love of love's supremacy. This video is going to be titled, The Year of Yeshua's Freedom, Part 1 of Infinity. The Year of Yeshua's Freedom, Part 1 of Infinity. But first, I want to correct a few mistakes that I made. In a recent video, a short that I just made that was titled Word Focus, Part 17 of Infinity, My New Year's Resolution, My MY translation, Master Yeshua and or Master Yahweh and or Master Yahusha. Master Yahusha, New Year's resolution. That's what the video was titled, right? So here's the mistake I made. So as I was making the video, the word contentious, that's how you say it correctly, contentious, right? As I was making the video, and I said the word contentious incorrectly. I said contentious. Why did I say contentious instead of contentious? Like I said, I'm not going to apologize to you. I'm gonna just tell you why I made the mistake. Here's the thing. In the process of me making that video, when I got to the word contentious the second time, I actually forgot. Like in the process of making it, I forgot if to say the word correctly was contentious or contentious. That's the problem. I forgot if it was the correct way. Now see, as I was making the video, I actually looked it up online and pressed a little button that says the word out loud to see how to say it correctly. But here's the thing though, I already recorded the one part where I said contentious incorrectly, or I said contentious incorrectly, which was contentious. I already recorded that part, and due to my situation, I really didn't want to go back and redo it all over again, so I just sent it. And now I have an incorrect word in my video again. But see, here's the thing though, a friend of mine's, or should I say I don't necessarily do family, friends, I do family only. So a dear sister of mine's, she said there are blessings in your mistakes. Now see, translation with it, when it comes to blessings, I see them as beliftants. That's what I classify blessings as, beliftants, right? Now contentious, right? I said that word incorrect. That's the incorrect way to say it, but contentious is the correct way to say it. So think about the word contentious though. Content you us. Content you us. So even though I made a mistake, you can still hear some type of beliftance in the spirit within my mistake. Content you and us. You and us are content. Content you and us. No, this shouldn't excuse it at all. Of course not. But still, you can just see it as something of a benefit versus an accident, if you would like to. But I recommend saying the word correctly, contentious, not contentious. But if you look at it in the incorrect way, it says content you and us. Content you us. Content you and us. It was lame. It was lame way to try to fix it. But here you go. Let's get started. You noticed I used in that song, in that video, I used the Aaliyah song, Resolution, right? Resolution. Solving a problem, dispute, and or contentious matter. Solving one. Did you notice this entire world currently is being bound and or subjugated to a problem, dispute, or contentious matter right now currently? How so? Due to the fact that there is a abnormal world built on top of our normal world, and the abnormal world must go by any moral means necessary, and by any and or every moral means necessary, so that our normal world can be the only thing that remains here. Free Yeshua. I'm going to be saying that a lot this year. Those two specific words right there, free Yeshua. So, why do I say free Yeshua though first before I go on? Because your resolution. My New Year's resolution is the liberation of Yahweh Shai. Yeshua's freedom. That's what my New Year's resolution is this year. What do I mean by that? The freedom of the actual you. That's what I mean. The freedom of the actual you. A person can be anything, but anything cannot be a person. Why do I say anything cannot be a person? Simple, because a person is already what it is. But it can be anything after the fact. For example, a person can be anything, but a religion can only be one thing, what the religion is. A person can be anything. A person can be any religion. It can be Zoroastrianism, it can be Hinduism, it can be Buddhism, it can be Israel, or it can be Islamic. Another mistake to correct before I move on. In the previous video, I kept saying Iran, when in reality, I was trying to say Islam over and over again. I was trying to say the world is getting ready to set a World War III based on Islam versus Israel. That's what I was trying to say. But then it turns out, like I said, once again, belittance within the mistakes. I don't like making mistakes. It's just unfortunately, I made some due to the fact that I don't necessarily have things to prep or go back to rewrite or whatever, or read. I'm not reading any messages on the screen to give me insight on what to say next. I'm just saying it because I know what to say next. So, but here's the thing though, belittance within the mistakes, right? Iran is actually under an Islamic regime right now. Actually, Iran's official country name is the Islamic Republic of Iran. Iran's official name is the Islamic Republic of Iran. Did you know that Iran was Persia before it was Iran? Persia. Yeah, and Iraq was Mesopotamia before it was Iraq. Iraq was Mesopotamia, and Iran was Persia before it was Iran. But right now, currently, Iran is under an Islamic Republic. So even though I kept saying Iran incorrectly, and I meant to say Islam versus Israel, not Iran versus Israel, it doesn't matter because Iran is still a part of the Islamic Arab Muslim world and their terrorist organization. Did you just say Islam as a terror organization? All religions are terror organizations. You want to know why? Because all religions are hell-bent on doing one thing, ensuring you all stay divided by your belief systems. You are being bound to religious beliefs. Religious beliefs are a problem. Religious beliefs create contentious matters. Religious beliefs create or are intended to create disputes. How so? Because you all fight each other based on your belief systems that are keeping my King of Kings within you subjugated. You believe this, so you stay over there divided from me. I believe this, so I'm going to stay over here divided from you. But see, here's the thing though. Although my soul liberation or my soul of soul liberation goals are virtually identical to all of you, I am not going to be using it to keep it away from any of you. I am actually going to be using it to go to mental war with you all. Mental war, mental. I'm not about to do anything to your physical bodies at all. I don't need to. I'm going to go to war with you in your minds. This is where I'm going to start. I'm going to start with I'm going to start with the mental war. And my mental war, and the purpose of it is to break Yeshua out of the four-corner mental spirit prison in which you all have him or have it subjugated to. A person can be anything, but anything cannot be a person. Why do I say that? Think about it. I answered the question already before, how anything cannot be a person, because let's never forget, the person can only be encouraged and or indoctrinated to do one thing it is capable of at a time. A person is only one thing, yet it is capable of doing anything. This here world is endlessly trying to convince you to be the worst version of yourself at all times. The Yeshua and or the King of Kings within you is at its best self at all times, as within, so throughout. As is the atom, so is the universe. As above, so below. As is the individual, so too soon shall it be as the nation. Marcus Garvey. The thing is, the Yeshua within you, the soul of souls within you, there is nothing wrong with it at all right now currently. It is not going to war with anything at all right now currently. It ain't even going to mental war with you right now currently. You want to know what it's doing? It's just there, giving you your abilities to be here, covered up by all of your religions and your tribes and your gang wars and all of your entertainment fields and your foul sexual orientations and your feminism and your racism. That's what it's being covered up by right now. And your politics and your ignorance, primarily your ignorance, mainly your ignorance. The King of all kings is being imprisoned by right now. And as soon as ignorance is shattered, guess what? There goes Yeshua's freedom. Just got to shatter the ignorance. As soon as ignorance is disintegrated and destroyed, Yeshua will be free throughout you all. Let's never forget, the devil is actively and endlessly trying to drive you all towards self-destruction through you, with its influence, meaning it is trying to drive you to what you are capable of, you killing yourselves, versus driving to you to what you are capable of, being you. Yahweh Shai, the soul of all souls, the person within you, or the person who can be anything that's within you, that there is being, like I said, subjugated to your ignorance. And once your ignorance is destroyed, i.e. spiritual reawakening, freedom. So I need to say words out loud that'll ensure the bondage or the four-corner mental spirit prison and plagiarizing your mind, heart, psyche spaces gets destroyed. Because all it's going to take is ignorance. All it's going to take is the reversal of ignorance into awareness. Reverse ignorance into awareness. And just like that, the entire prison goes away. This can assist with melanated people worldwide uniting. Did you know everybody has melanin within themselves? Did you know everybody has the exact same enemy towards the end of the day? Did you know the physical is infinite and the metaphysical is omnipresent? Let's start it off. The destruction of ignorance. Let's start with this one simple word, character. Character. Character is one of the key words you can use to incinerate ignorance. Why? Because ignorance is simply a lack of knowledge. That's what ignorance is. So, in order to go from the opposite of ignorance, which is a lack of knowledge, you go to awareness, which is the concept of gaining knowledge. The word awareness means perception. Having or showing knowledge. Having or showing knowledge. Stop right there before we can go to the rest of the definition. Having knowledge. A lack of knowledge versus having knowledge. Yeah, awareness versus ignorance. Now the rest of the word awareness is definition before I go to character. Having and or showing knowledge or perception of a situation or fact. Having or showing knowledge or perception of a situation or fact. That's the definition of awareness. Ignorance, the lack of knowledge. Awareness, having knowledge. Ignorance, the lack of knowledge. Awareness, having knowledge. You see? Destroying the prison is going to be very, very simple. We just have to tell you to become the opposite of what your actual self truly is. Because right now your actual self is imprisoned in your physical fake self. Everything physical is fake. Everything material related is fake. Everything physical is fake. Everything material related is fake. Everything is. The only thing that's real is the actual you, giving your you its abilities to be here. Light, mind, heart. Sun, mind, heart, or sun, brain, heart. The sun plus the brain plus the heart equals you. All of you. All of us humans, we shed the same things, don't we? We shed the same blood. We shed the same blood. We shed the same skin. We shed the same hair. Our follicles may be different, but guess what? It's still called the same thing, hair. What kind of hair does genetically modified people have versus the original people and the aboriginal people? Because from what I'm seeing, it's original people, aboriginal people, and then abominations. That's how I'm seeing it so far. But all three at the end of the day are just what? Guess what they are? People. Doesn't matter if it's a white person, a black person, or a hybrid person, like one of these animals out here, one of these so-called animals. I'm starting to buy into the story that all life came from us. We didn't come from other forms of life. Like, for example, monkeys did not come from us. We did not come from monkeys. Monkeys came from us, not the other way around. Not that we did not come from monkeys. We did not come from monkeys. Monkeys came from us. Whales came from us. All the marine life. This is what I personally believe. Because if you look at history, like all of history, starting from our primordial humanity days, if you want to believe that, you don't have to believe that, but me personally, it sounds like it makes the most logical sense to me. We came from primordial humans, giants and Amazons, to now these tiny little small mortal humans. Iron Age people, you see. And I personally believe all of the animals and all the life forms thereof, they all came from us. Can I prove this? Nope. But all I know is this: when you go through studying through history, It just seems like it makes logical sense, which is why I say it. When you go through studying through history, you'll notice how this species just appeared out of nowhere after this destruction event went down. Or this species appeared out of nowhere after this meteor storm went down. Or this species just appeared out of nowhere after this glaciation. You follow what I'm saying? How are the species appearing out of nowhere? In my opinion, based on what I'm studying here, it appears that whoever or whatever was causing those meteor storms and those asteroids to hit our planet was also genetically modifying and splicing up our DNA to create new things out of us. What do you think a pig is in today's world? Don't you see a pig with human eyes? Why is that? Why do you see pigs with human eyes? You want to know why? Because every animal out here, in my opinion, every animal out here is a hybrid extension of our DNA. Taken from human flesh and grafted into being something different. So what else could this mean before I go on to the character talk and to the free Yeshua? This could mean that black people, because I don't see you as black people, I see you as God people with visible God skin. Black people were not only the first of every country in the world, but we were also the first species on the planet. You don't have to buy that at all. But to me, it makes the most logical sense. Where did all these other creatures come from? Because it seems like it was just us here at first, or in reality at first, but then after destruction event and destruction event and extinction event and extinction event, all of a sudden we got all these new animals around. All of a sudden. There is something who knows what we are very, very well and is using all of it against us at all times, but it knows us already. It already knows of us. Why don't we know of it? Here, take these words. Maybe they'll help you. This is for the liberation of Yeshua now. The word character defines as the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. The word character defines as the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. Mental, metaphysical, moral, physical. Bring moral character into the physical. Bring moral character into the physical. You all have to realize as soon as possible that your the good half, so to speak, of your moral perspective lens is based on your heart of heart spiritual powers. The good half of your moral perspective lens is based on your physical heart of hearts and or your metaphysical to physical heart of heart spiritual powers. That's what the good half of your moral perspective vision is based on. Your infinite heart of hearts capabilities. You have infinite moral capabilities, but notice I'm saying moral, nothing about immoral, nothing about what's wicked or unethical. Moral perspective, moral righteousness. And the good half of your moral lens is based on your metaphysical heart of hearts. But the bad half of your moral lens and or the things you are capable of doing in the physical reality, that there is just based on your physical reality. You got the heart of hearts half, and then you got the physical reality half. The heart of hearts half, and then you got the physical reality half. A person can be anything, but who is the person first? And what is the thing of anything that the person is trying to do? You follow what I'm saying? The violent nature of the anything cannot just be you. You have to be trick-talked and or convinced to be of the violent nature. You are capable of it, of course, but you are not it. You are not anxious. You are not of anxiety. These things are just what you are capable of. You are capable of being coerced into your physical moral lens in order to be anxious or have anxiety or be depressed. You have the abilities to be drugged into that state, but you are not of the state. You want to know what the state you are of? Where your good half of your moral perspective comes from, the heart of hearts. Character defines as the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. Mental is metaphysical. Morals are physical. The mental is metaphysical. The morals are physical. And you, as the individual person that you are, have the ability to distinguish between the two. In other words, do you see someone having bad moral vision? Or you can't even really put the word bad and moral together, because if you do that, it becomes immoral. Mental and moral qualities. So a bad character would be one who is of insane mentally, and immoral physically. You follow what I'm saying? A bad character is someone who is insane mentally and immoral physically. You have to know how to distinguish these things. Like I said, to destroy Yeshua's prison that's inside of your mind, heart, psyche space right now, and Yeshua being the King of Kings and or Soul of Souls and or Love of Loves, in order to free this essence within you, you have to remove all the things that are blocking its abilities to see through you. That's the first step towards freeing it. Will it all the way free it? No. But my home liberation saga, this Free Yeshua series that I'm playing on you right now, this will be its freedom. As soon as this all registers and sinks deep into your mind, heart, psyche spaces, this will be its freedom right here. So, mental qualities real quick. Mental qualities. Your mental qualities are of the soul. Soul. Emotional or intellectual energy or intensity, especially as revealed in a work of art or an artistic performance. So where does this energy and or intensity come from? The light. The energy and intensity that is of your soul comes from the light and rests in the spirit. Your mental and moral qualities, distinctive to you to an individual, the physical individual. That's what a spirit is. Through the spirit, the soul breathes. Light. Soul, body, sunlight, mental soul, spiritual body. Through the spirit, the soul breathes. Through the spirit, the soul sees. Through the spirit, the soul eats. Remember. So, your mental qualities are metaphysical, but your physical qualities are infinite. An example. An example, you are capable of things, remember? You're capable. You're also capable of being what you are and are also capable of not being what you are. There's a saying, right? The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Rises in the east, stays in the north for a while, and sets in the west, then stays south for a while, according to how we see it. Of course, the sun just stays right there where it's at, but the planet is always just moving around it, and it appears to us from the planetary view that it rises in the east, sets in the west, stays in the north for a while, and goes to the south when it's down, right? The east rises in the east, rises in the east. The east is located on the right side of the compass, right? The right side of the compass. This is an example of how the energy moves to, within, and throughout us all into the physical world. Sun rises in the east. Do what the sun doing. Do what the sun doing. Rising in the east. So you want to rise in the east. Thing is, it's a parable. It's a metaphor. To rise on the right side. Rise on the right side. The only way you rise on the right side is by being able to see yourself rising on the right side. Remember, the sun rises in the east. The sun rises in the east. What does the sun provide you? Light. What is light? A natural agent that stimulates sight and makes things visible. Like, for example, making visible who and or what was responsible truly for all of the destruction we as a species experienced over billions of years. Not millions, not thousands, not hundreds, billions. Remember, the victor is writing the narrative here. The victor is writing the story. So therefore, the victor can sit up here and try to erase billions of years of history just to get you to play a game for a couple of thousand. You see what I'm saying? Because if those billions of years of history were not touched, these couple thousands of years that they've had to keep something ancient, something sacred, older than all of your religious beliefs, subjugated to their cause and their game and their ideologies. This here soul truth is older than every religion on the planet. All the religions only date back to about 5,000 years. Zoroastrianism is only 3,000 years old. Islam is only 1,400 years old. Christianity is only 2,000 years old. And Christianity is a ripoff of Greek mythology. Greek mythology actually has information that covers to the beginning of time, just like every religion does. Every religion has information within their religions that cover that cover the beginning of time knowledge. You follow what I'm saying? Up until the present moment. All religions do. But just because the religious belief has information in it that dates back to the beginning of time, that doesn't mean the religion itself dates back to the beginning of time, because every religion on this planet only dates back to 5,000 years ago. Yet the sole truth in which the religions are perverting in order to exist, that information dates back to the beginning of time, and before that, most likely. You follow what I'm saying? Do what the sun's doing, right? The sun been here before all your religions. And what is the sun doing right now? Not what your religions is doing. You want to know what the sun is doing? The sun is doing what is right at all times. Or doing it rests in the north, and then it goes into the left, and then it goes to the south. In other words, the sun can go in all directions. It's omnidirectional, huh? The sun is omnidirectional. Be like the sun mentally. You are already connected to it mentally, meaning the third eye light in your mind is already connected to the sun mentally. So allow it to move to, within, and throughout you for soul liberation. You follow what I'm saying? Rise in righteousness. The more you learn, the more you rise. Rise in righteousness. The sun rises in the east. Allow your knowledge to rise on the righteous side. Allow your knowledge to rise up in the righteous side. Break the prison thereof. What does the prison consist of? It's a four-corner mental spirit prison, right? Said this many times over. In the top corner, you got jealousy. In the left, you got pride. On the bottom, you got sloth. And on the right, you got wrath, greed, gluttony, and lust. All four things in one. Reason why is because the right side, they want to plagiarize that the most because they want to block you from being able to see it the most. The more they can block you from doing what the one thing that is right and what you were destined to do, the more they can have you do thousands of other things and millions of other things that ain't the actual use things to do. You follow what I'm saying? So, breaking free from this curse is rejecting every offer that they wish for you to do and do what the soul sun, or the sun soul inside of you is trying to do within and throughout us all. That's one of the first ways to break free. Reject, do the opposite of what this enemy wants you to do. Because let's never forget, ultimately, this enemy that's been destroying our world for billions of years, along with us along inside of it, is only trying to lead you to a permanent self-destruction state. You can fight this by keeping yourself in a permanent, preserved, life-giving, balanced state. The enemy wants imbalance in death, but we naturally want balance in life. The enemy wants naturally, or the enemy, whatever, wants imbalance in death, but we naturally want balance in life. Know these things now. Know what the King of Kings inside of you truly wants. Because once you know what these things are, that'll be the ignorance keeping this four-corner mental spirit prison in place, destroyed. And then only the two outside of the box will remain. And that will be ignorance and fear. After doing all of the studying I've done about whoever this entity was that's been destroying our world, yeah, I can see how it got us afraid of it. I can see it. But here's the thing though, if we had knowledge and awareness of how to deal with it or anything in this world, because people can do and or be anything, like subjugate the enemy that's been destroying our lives this entire time. People can do anything. Once you have that knowledge, trying to stop it won't be too difficult anymore. And the fear that it forced you to have over all of these years, you'll be able to override it and fight it back and subjugate it. And long live all of humanity in peace, love, unity, and advancement for all the days of eternity. No more Islam versus Israel war. Israel should be better off remembered as a person, not a nation. And Islam is a religious principle that shouldn't even exist, period. Why do I say Israel should be better off remembered as a person? Because a person can do anything and or be anything. Whereas a religion like Islam can only be what it is, a distraction. Shalom, shalom, shalom. May these words reach you for the sole purpose they were designed and constructed to reach you for, your well-being, and as well as the awareness of the King of all kings within thy mental mind heart space that grants it its abilities to be here. And protects the grounds you stand on that are only built for your well-being. Peace, love, unity, and advancement to you all, my family.